Hello. This is my first live, so be nice to me. I'm Lisa. I'm with Chalk Couture. This is Monique. She's my upline for Chalk Couture.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. I gotta get my phone adjusted.
Okay. Yeah, we're smaller.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta adjust my. Go ahead, Lisa. I'll get adjusted and get joined.
So we're going to start out with a little bit about the Chalk Couture, a little bit about the transfers. There's five different sizes of transfers. We have 4 available right now. And they start out with a 5x7 transfer, which is an A size transfer. And if you want to know what the size your transfer is, right here below the barcode, there's a letter and it starts out with the letter A. This one, if you can see it, starts out with the letter A. That says it's an A size transfer. B's will have B's, C's will have C's, D's will have D's, etc. So this is an A size transfer. It's about 5x7. And then I have today's transfer is a B size transfer. It's an 8.5 by 11, or about that. And again, it has the B on the back, and it has directions on the back for use and care. And then Monique has the other 2.
So in addition to what she's showing you guys, and all the transfers we are showing you are currently available. So these are our angel wings, and this here is a C size transfer. It's a 12 by 18. Some of your transfers, well, like this one here, and I'm going to show you really quickly just to show you, there are lines, there's spots to cut these. And so you have like 6 different, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 sets of angel wings on one transfer. So you can cut these apart and use them all separately and mix and match them how you would like. Another one of the C-size transfers that we have available that has been very popular since we launched this here is our new wine bottles, whiskey bottles. There's a vodka, you got tequila, brandy. So these are kind of a fun. What's that?
I said brandy's my favorite.
Brandy's Lisa's favorite. So those are C-size transfers. And once again, like Lisa explained to you, on the back side, well, and in the book, there's going to be the letters. It starts out with the letter, and then you have the numbers following. The number following is the number of the transfer. These are a 12 by 18 transfer. Then we have our D size, which get pretty big, and these are an 18 by 18. So this actually is a transfer that goes with a kit where you can make your own pillows. So if you are interested in starting chalk, kits are a great way to do it. And I'm just going to show you the pillows on the picture here that you can make with that transfer. So they're kind of cute, they're fun. And like I said, along with the paste, we do offer the ink. So I'm going to give it back to Lisa and let her explain what she would like for you to know besides what I just shared.
Okay. Well, that was basically what I was going to share with were we going to do tools first?
We can do the tools we can explain the tools as we're working. Okay. If I use a different tool than what I see you using, Lisa, I will. Okay. I can jump in and intercede.
So what I'm going to do is put you down here a little bit lower so you can see. Hopefully you can see. I'm what I've got.
Pull this up on my tablet so I can see what they're seeing for us, Lisa.
All right. All right. So then I'm going to take it out of the packaging. Save your packaging because you want to store it in your packaging because I've learned the hard way. It stores much nicer in the bag. So they come with a little flap you can open. And you take it out. And the first thing you want to do is take and mark your back of your transfer so that you know both which side your transfer goes to. So you mark the back so you know the transfer goes on the unmarked side. And then I also put the name of the transfer. So if you have more than one transfer off its backer at the same time, you can get them back on the right transfer, on the right backers. So I just marked it Fur Baby on the back. And then you want to take and detach your transfer. So just take it and slide it with your finger, and then pull it. And you always want to pull either horizontally or vertically. Don't pull at the diagonal because you can stretch your transfer, or you stretch your silk screen. And then what we have to do now is called fuzzing. We have a towel. You can use a towel or you can use your shirt if you don't have pets. I have pets, so I'm using my towel. This is a towel that we have from Chalk Couture, our fuzzing towel. It's terry cloth on one side and what is this on the other side? This is
Microfiber
on the other side. So one can be for fuzzing and one can be for drying or whatever. And with a new transfer, you want to fuzz it at least 4 to 5 times to get off so it's not too sticky and stick to your surface. So I'm going to
and the
fuzz
reason
this.
we don't want it to stick too hard to our surface is the fact that the silk screens, so the white portion here that the paste is going to go through, that is a silk screen. And if it is stuck too hard to the surface, when you pull it off, it will stretch that and you'll lose the design, the crisp edges on your design. So that's one of the reasons why we do the fuzzing.
Oh, and by the way, hello, Carol and Tracy. I saw you said hi. All right, so what we're going to start with, I'm going to do this little kitty down here. There's a little gray, or a little kitty that's kind of fluffy that looks like my kitty. So I'm going to put him on here. I'm going to put him off to the center a little bit because I want to put a word bubble on him. I'm going to put him off center a little bit. And you can see through your transfer, so you can kind of see where you are on your chip. And this is the chockable chip. So these are nice little, just a little thing you can make into a magnet, or you can use our punch tool and put a hole in it and use it as a Christmas ornament or as a hang in your car or whatever you want to do. So that's what we're using. And I am going to use our storm colored paste because my little kitty is gray, so I'm going to make it gray. You want to open your paste. And I did put this transfer on my backer so that the transfer doesn't stick to my surface. So that's just a little extra, keep it from getting too sticky or too stick to the surface or to your thing. All right, so I've already pre-stirred my paste. You want it to be kind of the consistency of yogurt, so you don't want it too thick, but you don't want it runny and thin. And then what you do is you just take out a little paste. You want to make sure your transfer is flat, no air bubbles. So you just want to. All right, then you take out a little paste and you just glide it over the white parts of the transfer, because the white parts of the transfer are what are gonna, and then any excess paste you can wipe back into your chalk. So you want to just do it with a nice layer. You don't want to be too thick, but you don't want to be too thin, and you don't have to press hard. Just kind of give it an even pressure. And then you lift it up slowly to make sure you got everything. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, but yep, everything covered. So there's my little kitty on there. And then what you want to do, and it's going to be a little noisy, sorry, but what you want to do is, before we go to the next part of the surface that I want to do, I'm going to do this little feed me on there. We have to dry our paste. So I'm going to turn the dryer on here for a little bit just to make sure it's dry.
So while Lisa is drying hers, I'm going to show you guys one of the tools that I'm going to be using. It is called our utility tool, and it's a nice tool in the respect that you've got smaller squeegees. This is our mini squeegee here, guys. And then this here is, you can see the size difference in the two, in the two squeegees. So it's quite a bunch smaller, and you can use that for the finer detail on some of your work. You also have a tool, our detail tool, which has the smaller surface yet for the squeegee to cover. This is throwing me, sorry guys. So anyway, you can see the size difference there. So I'm going to use probably my detail tool, and it does have the point on it to clean up any oopses that you may have. And as we go along, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask questions. I'm not seeing the
Yes, we are trying to
comments
watch the hellos.
on my tablet. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my project here.
Yeah, I decided last minute to throw on the little food dish too. So I'm going to dry that. And as you can see here, I got a little oops, but that's okay. This is a chalkable chip. So what we can do is just take and wipe it right off. It was still wet, so it wiped right off. Okay, and I'm going to dry it quick.
The other thing, guys, when you are working with these transfers, there's so much going on. There's a little bowl here. If you were afraid you might get that on a surface that wasn't erasable, our chalkable chips are erasable. So you could actually, even when it's dry, you can take the paste off, mist it with water, and take our board eraser and clean it off. But we also have a placement tape, and that placement tape you can use to cover up portions of your transfer, like here, where you're afraid you might get the coloring through.
Okay, and I'm doing my feed me now.
And while you're using, or while you're got your transfer off of your surface, you can always use your backer sheet and lay it on your backer sheet, because you can take a Clorox wipe or a wet towel, a damp one, and just clean it off. So I just lay my transfers on my backer sheet in between the steps.
Okay, and there's my completed little kitty. That's my kitty saying feed me because he's hungry all the time.
Hold it up just a little bit higher, Lisa.
Can you see?
Okay, come down just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Now can you see it?
Yeah.
That's my baby. And that, now you can take, and what I'm going to do is take, we've got little magnet packs, that little sticker magnets. I'm going to take the magnet and stick it on the back and use it as a magnet on my refrigerator. So let's do that right now while I didn't dry him. I'm going to close up my paste so it doesn't dry out, because I'm done with that color paste. And then I'll take my little magnet. It has a sticky back. I'll just take the sticky back, put it right on the middle of the, and then it's a magnet to stick on my refrigerator. And now I'm going to put this and let it dry. I'm going to put it aside and go on to my next one. Now I'm working on the black chalk chips. Monique is working on the white. Unfortunately, the black chalkable chips are not available anymore for some reason. So they may come back not sure. But the white chips are available, and they're just as handy and nice to use for if you need a little quick gift or if you want to just start learning Chalk Couture. So the next one I'm going to do is the spoiled. I'm going to do spoiled boy and this little, I don't know if you can see him. Probably can't see him. This little Sheltie or Yorkie type dog, because that's what my dog looks like. I'm sure he'll be putting in an appearance here soon. So I'm going to put spoiled up on top, and I'm going to use the color Lakeshore, which is kind of a bluish color just because I think it's a pretty color. And I'm going to use, there's different sizes of our squeegees. There's the small squeegee, which is kind of large. And then there's the mini squeegee, which is what pretty much I use for most transfers. But the large squeegee is for when you use, or the small squeegee is for the larger size transfers. And then when you use your regular size transfers, you use this one. Sometimes it can be where you want something a little bit smaller, but you don't want it too tiny. You can cut, what I did here was take and cut in half a small squeegee. And so that gives me a little bit smaller surface. And that's the one I'm going to use for this, for the wording here, because it's just a little bit smaller. I can have a little more control. I'm going to take, can you see me? I'm going to take and just go
Slide it over a little
it
bit, Lisa.
this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just going to go lightly over it with the paste, put a decent amount of paste on it, but then remove your excess paste and put it back in here. And so I'll take off the spoiled. We've got spoiled. And I want to dry it because I learned the lesson the hard way for not drying it. And you can use this is the drying tool. It's just an air dryer, but you can also use a hair dryer. So you don't have to go out and buy a fancy tool or anything like that. Just use a hair dryer. And you just want to dry your paste for a few minutes or a few seconds. Just to make sure it doesn't pick back up, the ink doesn't pick back up on the transfer, or you don't smudge it with your hand. Okay, and then you test it with the back of your finger to see that it's dry. And then I'm going to do boy on the bottom. Spoiled boy. And do the little boy on the bottom.
They can't see what you're doing, Lisa.
I can't come down any lower.
Never mind. You weren't doing it.
It's right here.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, and I'm going to take the boy.
Slide it over to the center of your mat a little bit more.
This way?
Your project. Slide it over. There you go. Now they can see. There you go.
Okay. So then here we go with boy.
And the other thing I will give a tip that you can do is you can cover what you have done with what you already have chalked in your chalkable chip. You can actually cover that when it's dry to the touch. You can cover that with your backer sheet to prevent the stickiness of your transfer from pulling off what you've previously already done.
Yeah. Okay, and there's spoiled boy so far. I got my boy a little crooked, but I think it kind of looks cute that way because it'll be a little variety for the eye. But if I didn't like that, it's easy enough to wipe your chalk off these chalkable chips and just start over again. Okay, so that's dry. So now I'm going to do my little puppy. Put him in the middle. And of course he's not gonna fit quite right.
Slide
There he goes.
it back up into the center, hun, so people can see.
Okay, sorry, it slid when I was
That's all right.
trying to move it. Slid when I'm trying to get it centered. So we'll center him on there. He'll be a little crooked. But that's okay, because again, it'll be cute. Spoiled boy, and then I'll take my squeegee and run him down. Okay, and then I'm going to peel him off and pray that he worked.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us.
And again, I had a little blurb, but I'm going to wait until that dries, and then I'm going to scrape it off with my detail tool. I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to dry him. Actually, maybe I'll just take it and wipe it with a Clorox wipe. That might be quicker, easier. And I always have some kind of a wipe handy, because that helps both clean your fingers, which I've got ink all over my fingers, or paste all over my fingers, and then you can just wipe it off. It's there, it's gone. So there's my little boy. He's kind of crooked, but imperfections are nice. Nothing has to be perfect in homemade.
There you go.
Nothing has to be perfect in homemade. So there we go. That's my magnets, and that's what I was planning on making today. Now Monique is making similar.
Okay, so while Lisa's showing you that, I'll explain to you guys what I did, because I didn't want to interrupt her. So I used the other little puppy down in the corner, and just remember when you are using these transfers, guys, that where the white silk screen is, that is where your color is going to go through. So since I just used black on white, I ended up with this black and white dog. If you wanted him mostly black, like Lisa used, you could have used a black chockable chip, which we're not sure at this point if they're coming back or not. But if they come back, that's just an FYI for you guys to know. When I added my word sweet on here, I just took my backer sheet after I dried it. You saw Lisa dry hers. And after I dried it, I laid it down. And then I just took the backer sheet, which I have my transfer on now, and I just covered the majority of my dog up like this so that I wouldn't pull the color off of my chockable shape. The only thing I need to advise of is make sure that you've got this portion of your backer sheet far enough away so that it's not allowing your transfer to be lifted, because what happens if that transfer gets lifted, then it allows the paste to ooze out underneath. But as Lisa shared, working with the chockable chips are a great way to get started because they are erasable. If you did not like this project at all, you could just erase the whole thing, spritz it with water, and poof, it's gone. And to do that, you're going to mist it with water and take a board eraser. And this board eraser will actually take all the excess paste that's caught in the grooves. It will actually clean it off completely. So I'm just going to add a little more to mine. And this is totally up to you. You can just add a magnet to it. I've been playing with chalk a little longer than Lisa, but I like to take like a little bit of rope, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm not used to doing lives with somebody else, so I'm used to working in the area that I know hits my camera. But then I just take glue with this thin rope, and I'm just going to run glue around this edge and add this rope to it and just give this magnet just a little bit more of an accent so it pops.
I also have little bows here. I haven't decided if I want to use it. I can put a little bow on the top here, add a little something more to it. I kind of like mine a little more plain. So I think I'm going to leave the bow off, but it could be cute. I have this, or I have a black and white one. I suppose it could
So
go over here by the kitty's tail.
by doing this dual project like we did, we thought it would just give you guys the opportunity to see how you can take one transfer and make something so completely different. So don't ever get stuck in the rut of, well, I don't really like what they made with that transfer. Add your own twists to it. That's the cool, fun thing about Chalk Couture. You can make your design the way you like it, use your colors that you like, and it's all personalized. Or if you're making it for a gift, you can use the colors that your friend likes, or your nieces and nephews, whoever you're making the gift for. So then once I get to this point, guys, I just snip it, and I'm gonna just finish gluing and glue those ends together. We can use our transfer trimmers. Now, I don't know if Lisa explained about our transfer trimmers or not.
I hadn't got our transfer trimmers out.
Okay, so well, since I'm using the transfer trimmers, just an FYI on our transfer trimmers. And then I'm going to let Lisa explain what other tools she would like to explain to you. But I'll start off with the transfer trimmers. So these are one of our tools that are very handy when you're working with the chalk transfers. And the reason being is our transfer trimmers are ceramic. So therefore, your transfers don't stick to them as bad as they do a regular pair of scissors. And that way, like on those angel wings, when I cut those apart, it just will glide through there and make it very easy to separate those. So that's my little spiel about these, but you can use regular scissors on them, but that's the difference between our transfer trimmers and regular scissors. So I'm going to finish my project here. I'll put my phone camera back down, and I'll let Lisa explain a few of the other tools that she has, and we'll go from there.
I just lost my puppy.
Better than your brain.
This is true. Okay, I actually don't have any other tools that I haven't explained to you about out.
Oh.
And Monique's covered the other ones so that I have handy too. So
okay, so do you want me to cover a few of them?
Yeah, do you have other ones out?
Yeah, I do. All right.
I'm gonna say we covered everything I have out.
All right. So there's my little ornament, or my little magnet, guys.
It's so cute. I like the extra string around it. I might put a little string around mine too. I think I have some.
So, all right. So since Lisa's put me back in the camera here again, just a couple other tools, and Lisa, you can intercede with anything. I did explain to you guys, sorry. Here we go. I did explain to you guys about our detail tool. And like I said, Lisa was talking about taking excess stuff off. I don't know, did you show him the detail tool, Lisa?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
forgot about it.
So like on these erasable surfaces, if you had a little bobble and you just wanted to take the excess off, you can use the point of this tool to just lightly scrape that off. And when this is completely dry, it scrapes off really, really easy with your detail tool. The other thing I was sharing earlier is this detail tool has a thinner squeegee. And now that I got my phone up where I can see what you're looking at, I'm going to hold all these up there just really quickly just to give you an idea of the size difference. So here's our utility tool. And the reason it has one on this end is because if you're comfortable, you can chalk this direction with it, or you can use it this direction. These two are, I think, the same size on this. And then, like I said, there's the size difference. So you've got your detail tool, you've got your mini squeegee, and you've got your, your utility tool.
Yeah, this side of the utility tool is nice. If you're trying to get up really tight to a portion of your transfer, and you need to get really tight in there, this helps you go on the flat rather than trying to work a squeegee in there. It's a little bit nicer. I found I've loved this tool.
Okay. So then just a couple other things that she showed you the power punch, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to make your talkable chips, if you wanted to make those into an ornament, you can just use those. And they're very easy. They're one-handed. You've got stirring sticks. These are what she used. I heard her talk about the prepping her paste before, and she can use these to stir them and just mix them and make sure they've got a good mix and make sure they're that consistency she was talking about. The other thing that I will share with you, because I don't want to overwhelm you, and Lisa did share a post today about the tools and their uses. So is our little wax applicator. You use wax for a couple reasons. One, you will use wax on a porous surface. So say you wanted to do this on wood, which you can do this on wood. You can put this on, wax it on, and take it off. It's just like waxing your car using the surface wax. When I use my wax applicators, I use the side without the tag. I use that side to put the wax on. I use the other side. I use the tag as my indicator to wipe the excess wax off. The other reason you would use wax is to, if you're going to layer colors, you want to apply a wax coating between the two layers, except for on your erasable surfaces. Don't apply wax to your erasable surfaces. So all we can see is your hands there, Miss Lisa.
Sorry, I can see me.
There you go. Now we can see your eye. Well, back up a little bit. It fell again. There we go. Now she's got eyes.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to using this thing.
Oh, you're good. All right. So that's what I've got, Lisa. So I'll let you.
So I think we've pretty much covered what we wanted today. Basically, I wanted to show you how easy it is to use Chalk Couture and how fun it can be and what neat little things you can make. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap it up. So anybody have any questions? Are you thinking you're going to use Chalk Couture? You thinking you want to try it? I am doing a little drawing. If you join or follow my page, my business page, Chalking Just You and Me with Lisa on Facebook, I am going to do a drawing for anybody who follows, new followers, to give away a little Happy Mail kit so you can try out Chalk Couture for yourself. Hi, Elizabeth Hall. Hi, Amy Tepp. I am trying to look. Okay.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank
she
you,
did
Amy.
do a great job. I agree.
Okay, so I think that's all I had to cover. You have anything else to add, Monique?
I don't believe so. Just thank you guys for joining in. And
thank you so much for coming.
Like Lisa said, please reach out if you have any questions on what you need. We as designers have the capability. So I'm going to add this as I just thought of it. As a designer, Lisa can make you what we call a cart link, and that cart link can be made. So say you liked the transfer we used today and you wanted to try to make these projects. Lisa has the capability to make you a cart link with the transfer in it, the colors that we used, and what she would suggest you would need for this particular project.
Yes.
When you get that cart link, if you guys don't like the colors that are in there or you don't want everything she added, you can add and delete to that cart link and make it your own. So it's just a great way, if you're brand new to Chalk Couture, it's a great way to get an idea of what you need, and then you can add and delete stuff to it. So anyway, like Lisa said, I'm Monique. I am her upline. We decided we'd try this. I've never done this before, so this is a new experience for me. I had a great time meeting all you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying the world of chalk as Lisa's sharing it with you.
And
So
then did Monique show you this? We have another simple shape that's easy
I
to
did
use.
not.
Okay, I just found mine. So they come in a pack of 4. They're easy to use. This would be an example of something that you would put wax on because it's a porous surface. So you don't want your it to stick to your transfer. So you want to cover up a little wax, put the wax on, take the wax off, and just have a light layer of wax. But then they turn out cute. You can also make those into a magnet, or they stand on their own. So you can just stand them on a tier tray or something like that. I just wanted to show you those.
And I do have 3 of my
Yes,
projects up, Lisa.
this
If you were doing
This
that.
one's Monique made. Each of these
Just says it.
she made in different ways. And then she added little accents to them. So she always makes hers so cute. I love the bees.
And just an FYI, just so you guys are aware, this actually is off of a B-size transfer. So this is off of a transfer this big. It was just a small portion of it. So just note that you can use any portion of a transfer and make your own different little projects. So that's all I have, Lisa.
Okay, so that's all I have too. So we're going to sign off. Thank you again for joining us. I'm going to try and do another live before the event ends, maybe Tuesday. I'm not sure. I'll post it in the thing. Maybe we'll do a little more complicated a process. So I'm going to sign off now. So bye. I don't know how to end this. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep.